because I've got certainly fond memories of teachers, or even kind of love-hate situations with some teachers. I definitely made some good relationships here, but I think at least one of the most important memories that sticks out in my mind is, you come to law school, you have no idea if you've made the right choice, but you've made a huge commitment. And you spend that whole first semester thinking, am I doing this right? Is this right for me? And you don't really get a lot of guidance on that. You just have to wait and see. And so what I specifically remember, and they probably don't do it like this anymore, but they used to actually hang the papers up on a board. Everybody was assigned a number, and you would walk to that board knowing what your number was and go and check your test scores. And so I just specifically remember how I felt that day going to look at that board, because for a lot of people it was a real, it was a real turning point as to, am I going to stick with this? Is this something that I'm able to do? And so I remember that moment of going down there and saying, okay, I'm not crazy. This is kind of working for me. I'm okay. I didn't feel like I had a very typical background for somebody who had gone into the law. And so, that was a big change for me. And I started my career at Kirkland & Ellis, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna, no one's gonna understand me, no one's gonna get me, I'm not gonna get them, they're all gonna be these, boring attorneys, and that's not at all what happened. I got in there, I found plenty of people to relate to, and there was a lot of camaraderie and teamwork, and so it's, it was great. That what I love about the law is you can bring your own personality to it. I do remember specifically thinking when I became a lawyer, okay, now I have to be mature. Now I have to put a suit on, and I have to wear my glasses even though I don't really need them all the time, and I have to be mad all the time. And and you get in there and you start off like that, and then you think, you know what, I'm really just best off being who I am, and making this career work for me and who I am, and it's a really neat journey in that respect. Well, there's two things that I would say that I think are most important. First of all, law school is great, and I know that there's been a lot of talk about making it kind of more of a practical experience, so that what you learn at law school you can really take and hit the ground running when you get into your actual career, because you learn a lot of substance in law school but not a lot of the practicality. So I would say find ways to do more practical type courses, things that interest you. If it's litigation, get yourself on the trial team. Don't worry about the bar classes. It really does. You get what you need to know in order to take the bar, but focus on really learning how to be an attorney. And then the second thing that I think is really important and very much driven by this economy is get to know the people at your law school, and put your contact list together and stay in touch with those people, and be professional around those people, because those people are going to be your clients someday. That was one mistake I would say I made, is I came in and I immersed myself so deeply. I was one of the older students, and I didn't always take the time to really get to know the people around me. And when you become an attorney, you find out pretty quickly that you have two hats. You're supposed to be a really good skilled attorney, but you're also supposed to be a business developer. And that's one thing that that you just have to do on your own, and you have to make those relationships early, and you have to keep them. That the reason that DePaul is so important is, DePaul's got a lot of competition in this town. There are, there's University of Chicago, and there's Northwestern. There's a lot of really good schools, and there's a lot of really good legal opportunities. But what I loved about DePaul was it doesn't rest on its laurels. It doesn't rest on its reputation. It continues to work hard. It's really one of those colleges that rolls up its sleeves and really helps you find your career. And it doesn't rest on just having a great reputation. And so I really found, especially when I compared my experiences to people who'd gone to other schools, that DePaul really goes out of its way, because it's got something to prove. It's got high competition, but in the end, that's what helps its students, and that's what sets DePaul apart.